Hi, all. This is Dr. J streaming live from Long Island, New York, where the weather is cold 30 degrees, 28 degrees, something like that. Cold enough for Dr. J, maybe too cold. But it is winter still. According to the calendar, not until March 21st do we come into spring. And I look much forward to that. I also look forward to the opening gong tomorrow to see how my stocks fare. Well, before we look ahead to how my stocks are going to fare tomorrow morning, let's check out the action today. At the closing bell, 4 p.m., there was little changed on the Dow, little changed on the S&P, little changed on the NASDAQ, down about 0.5% on the RUT, and the same on the IBB. We have charts tonight of the Dow, of some beastly types, biotechs like ALNY, tndm, and beasts to be like ARWR, VYGR. I don't think I charted VYGR, but I might put it in. We also take a look at bpth, which collapsed off a triple on Friday, 200% move on Friday. It gave a lot of it back yesterday and today. So we'll look at that. XXii, another pseudo biotech, pseudo tobacco stock that collapsed, not quite as bad as bpth, but had a minor setback, about significant setback. We're going to look at that one. So we're going to look at two that were in the red and some that were in the green. We're not going to look at the charts of any pot stocks tonight unless I get an inclination, but they all did phenomenally well except for Tilray. So I spoke about that earlier in my recap. So without further ado, let's get to the charts that I did do tonight, including Amazon. There's one other I don't remember. We'll have to, when we get there, we'll see what it is. Stick around because they're all interesting, and I have a different perspective than most people, and you might want to hear what my perspective is on some of these stocks. Finally, Wall Street, I think, has come around to Dr. J's way of thinking. Most of my friends on the street are now bullish, which makes me a little nervous. But Dr. J is short-term bearish, very short-term. Anyway, without further ado, just remember to do your own due diligence, that my opinions are strictly my own and do not constitute investment advice. Consult with an investment advisor if you're unsure of your own due diligence. And you can follow me, but do so at your own risk. Some of my ideas are great. Some of my ideas are clunkers. Your job to pick out the great ideas from the clunkers. I think I've given this speech before. Okay, also, please subscribe. Tell your friends about me. Give me a thumbs up if you like what I'm doing. And write comments. I like hearing from you. Okay, let's share the link. Okay. We're now in. You should see my browser. I normally go left to right. This time we're going to go right to left, beginning with the Dow. Oh, we're loading slow tonight. This is a slow loading night. And we also have incorrect information. The Dow was not down 206 points. So let's refresh this one more time. Hope for the best. The Dow was barely changed on the day, down 13 points, so 0.05%. Let's call it flat. However, it's clearly gotten away from its sharp ascending channel, which I first pointed out to you on Friday when I said we're going to go down this week. Well, yesterday was a big down day. Today was not. Very minor down day. In fact, another doji. 5 out of the last 7 trading days have been dojis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 5 of them dojis just Thursday. But that was Friday. Let's see. This was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday was not a doji, and Monday was not a doji. Okay, all the rest have been 5 out of the last 7. Where is this market going? Well, either it's going to stop right about here, which it came close to already on Monday, and maybe that's enough. Maybe it doesn't have to go to 25,000. What is this number? 25,560. That would suffice if it goes through that. I'm looking at 24,807 or something like that, 819. 24,8 something would be a next logical stopping point for the Dow if it retreats further. So either we get a turnaround tomorrow and that was the end of a very brief sell-off. I don't think so. Or we get further weakness into the rest of the week that takes us perhaps down to 24,842. That would be my guess. I think we're going to have further weakness the rest of the week. So fasten your seatbelts. Tesla is already showing weakness. I remarked earlier that it closed below a key level of mine, 278, I believe it was. Let's see what this low was. This low was 279. So it closed below that 279 level. Yeah. And that's trouble. It closed at 272. The next real support line is about 248. And it seems like every time Tesla goes below this 279 level, it comes all the way down to that 250 area. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're looking at 250 by the end of the week for Tesla. And every time it does that, or at least the last few times it's done that, it's come right back up. So 250 might be a tremendous buying opportunity for Tesla, maybe, if it gets there. Tandem. Notice everything is a maybe, perhaps, probably, because we know nothing for sure. The only thing that we know for sure is that we know nothing for sure. Beautiful new trend line the last 5 days, except for the middle day in which it kind of zoomed off the trend line. Well, this is a beautiful looking chart for Tandem. It broke out of its upward channel to the upside. And it's continuing on up. This is beastly type behavior. So I expect more beastly type behavior all the way up to challenge the old high, about $70. I think it takes that out en route to $100. Dr. J thinks $100 is in the cards. I also remarked that it could also possibly go the other way, fill the gap, and then move up. Depends on how disastrous the market turns, because the market brings down most everything when it turns really, really sour. So what did we look at? We looked at the Dow, we looked at Tesla, we looked at Tandem. We didn't look at bpth. This is another disaster over the last 2 days after being a star performer on Friday. Today it closed at, no, it didn't close at 489. Where did it close? 462. I don't know why it's off like this, but let me refresh. I'm not going to argue with Yahoo. I'll just simply refresh. did I say simply? Okay, Yahoo. It closed at 461, down 88 cents. After hours was up 11 pennies. I never really paid too much attention to that, unless it's a huge move and a reason for it. So what do I think is happening here? Well, it's not unusual at all after tripling of the stock price to give back something the next day. So this was normal. I expected it to give back about half. So I totally expected Monday's candle. That's why I bought on Monday. However, it continued down, which much to my chagrin. I did add more today. I think it's at support right now. I mean, it hit support right today at 441. So I expect that holds. If it doesn't hold, we're looking at $4 as the next support area. I suspect if 441 doesn't hold, $4 will hold. So what will I do tomorrow? If down, I will buy. If up, I will buy. Gee, does that make sense? Probably not. But in other words, Dr. J is likely to add tomorrow. I think in the long run, or maybe not so long run, we see a move up beyond the $8 range, beyond the high of Friday's candle. I hope I'm right, because I'm starting to put some serious money into this. Not that serious, but enough. What else? Alny. I mean, it's quite possible it'll just give it all back, in which case I'll be very upset. And I'll say, what kind of scam is this? All right, alny. I mean, unless it's a total scam stock, it should not give it all back, in my opinion. We're still talking about bpth, biopath. The drug is a drug it's an RNAi type drug for, I think, AML, acute myeloid leukemia. Where are we? We're at ALNY, up $3 or 4% to 88.31. Is that right? I think that's right. Okay, so it hit resistance at about 90.5 and fell back. So we have to make another run at that. It might go to support area right about 86.5. It could go down before it goes up. If it does, I'll probably be a buyer at 86.5 or 86.75 or 86 anything. I mean, I like the chart. I think if it takes out 90, it's going to take out 100. Takes out 100, it's going to make new all-time highs. Dr. J is bullish, ALNY. What can I say? That summarizes it, right? XXII. What a collapse. I only got out of it, I think, last week. I told you guys when I got out of it a couple of times. A couple of times I told you I got out of it, I got out of it, I got out of it. Now, I'm not making myself out to be a genius. I got out of it because I was tired of waiting for it to move up. I had a 2-cent profit, which is not reason to go out. I went out because it didn't go up. If it doesn't go up, it usually goes down. Now, I didn't sense that it's going to collapse, but I needed money to put into redeploy anyway, so it was reason enough for me to sell. I sold all my position, I closed my position, and now I'm thinking maybe it's time to buy it back. And buy it back at a much lower price. I sold at 137. After hours, it was 186. It closed at 172. 172 looks like a nice spot for a new swing trade. The lower today would be the stop loss. the take profit might be $2, something like that. So I don't really know all the details as to why it collapsed. In fact, I have no idea why it collapsed. I heard rumors to the effect that Gottlieb is out as head of the FDA. I think that's his name. And there's going to be a new commissioner appointed by the Trump administration. And maybe the feeling is they won't care about very low nicotine cigarettes or what do they call it? Minimal risk tobacco products, MRTP. Maybe that's it. I really don't know. But it collapsed. That I know. ARWR. ARWR, we've been looking at quite a bit. Arrowhead Pharmaceuticals. It's also got a beautiful chart similar to ALNY. I consider it like a sister equity. They're both RNAi therapies. This one has zoomed from, I don't know, over the years from probably the low single digits to $20. Now we have taken out this high, key high, 2031. We took that out on Monday, right? 2060, yeah. So it's natural to give back a little. We have a beautiful new trend line. And it's also coming to a head within by middle of March. It has to be out of this triangle. And I think it'll be out of it to the upside. I think we take this old high out and start making some new highs. So that's, actually we'll take this one out, 2118, and start making some new ones. I just want to see something for a second. Let's look at the monthly. So yeah, that's an all-time high right here, right? And that's probably an all-time high, 2763. That looks like a great target, 2763 by the end of the year, if not sooner. Maybe by the end of April. I think this one has tremendous potential. I think the RNAi, together with the gene editing stocks, are the hot area within the hot biotech sector. I think biotech will continue to heat up. And I think the editing and the gene editing, gene transformation stocks, together with the RNAi therapeutic stocks, will do phenomenal, will be leaders. They think they're going to lead the charge. Amazon.com. Amazon.com is making me feel bad because did I tell you I accidentally sold my whole position at 1635 when I wanted to take just a little bit off? It's sickening. I accidentally sold it, hit the sold all button. I said, the heck with it, leave it alone. Maybe I did the right thing. I did the wrong thing. Amazon.com looks like the healthiest of all the FANG stocks. It's now has a upward concavity. You could see that it wants to go. It's been going. It looks like it's going to knock it out of the ballpark with a break up to 1735. It will start to challenge, I think, that double top. Where was it? 1780. So I think first it takes 1735 out, then it challenges that 1780 mark, which was my original target, 1775. So I'm mad at myself. Not that I made the mistake hitting the sell all button, that could happen. I'm mad at myself that I didn't undo it when I realized it. Simply buy it back. Dow Jones Industrial Averages. It fell below. I did that. I started with the down jaw. I went right to left, and I went left to right. In other words, I'm not sure what direction I'm going in. I'm bidirectional. All right, so you know what? I said my piece. I showed you my charts. I'm not going to keep you anymore. I'm going to say it's been nice chatting with you people, my friends, definitely my friends. And by now, I feel like I know many of you personally, even though we haven't met. It's really great to get that feeling of knowing you and getting to know you. Please write comments so I can continue to get to know you. Old viewers, new subscribers, old subscribers. Please write comments. I love comments. I love hearing from you. I try to chart just about all the requests I get, but I forgot to chart SQ. I feel bad. But I'm not going to go back and do it, even though I feel bad. Next time I'll do it. I also forgot to chart. I forgot what I forgot to chart. That's bad. In any event, I will try to remember next time. Do your own due diligence to remember that. Remember to subscribe to this channel, not the other channel, this one. Uh-oh, I froze. I froze. My mouth stopped moving even though I was moving my lips. That's not a good sign. I hope there's no further trouble. So I want to say shalom. I want to say sayonara. I want to say adios amigos. I want to say arrivederci, au revoir. Bye. Till next time, which is tomorrow.